Growing up, we grew up in what I thought was a normal home. There was pornography on the coffee tables. My dad had a lot of affairs on my mother. I had some abuse going on in my early childhood at about 6. There were no boundaries. And we were not raised in a Christian home either. We went to church like maybe 1 or 2 Easters. And then I become a drug addict, meth, cocaine, and heroin addict for about 3 years. And I got sober from that about 28 years ago. And move into 2008, 2009 when the economy crashed, and we nearly lost everything that we had. And that started my alcoholism. And what I thought was a normal life was not normal. So rolling into 2020, my alcoholism was kind of reaching the bottom. And I was drunk every day. And then it was on a bender on a weekend, and my wife gets me on the phone with Pastor James. She's fighting for me. I mean, she is frontline trying to save my life. And I get on the phone with Pastor James, and he's just trying to help me, get me to go to detox. So I end up going to detox like 1 a.m. that night. While I was in Hope Quest, it was within about the first week, and it was a 12-week program. My therapist revealed that my wife had received an anonymous letter in the mail revealing affairs I'd had. And that's when I left treatment and tried to rush home for damage control, thinking it was over. And that's when she told me, I haven't thought about divorce. Didn't cross my mind, but you have to get better for this to work. And I was just begging God to help me, because I can't live my life like this anymore. There were just so many facets of things going on from my childhood. All of it stemmed from my childhood and transferred into my adult life, and which unfortunately transferred into my marriage. I told Jennifer that I felt like I was alone, and that God had left me. And she said, "Who moved?" God didn't move. When I was at the bottom, I had nowhere else to turn. I tried the drugs, I tried the alcohol. My wife couldn't save me. Recovery programs couldn't save me. I had to have God in my life to save me. And until I was in the bottom and I accepted Christ's help to drag me out of this, it wasn't going to happen. The amount of grace and forgiveness that my wife extended to me was, how Jesus accepts you just as you are. She accepted me with all my faults, all my addictions, and she just loved me. Just like Christ loved me, He loved me, He pulled me out of that. To have that walking in newness and freedom compared to walking in just the bondage and the it's just such a dark place to be. And I'm not captive of the sin anymore. Will it come up in my life? Absolutely. But I'm not bound by it no more. I'm a different person. And I don't ever want to be that person again.